There are two bills being voted on in Parliament this week, one on Tuesday, one on Friday. And you have to ask the question, do they illustrate some sort of a weird agenda from this government and, in fact, from many governments around the world? One of them is the assisted dying bill, which will enable anyone who is in great pain or has been diagnosed as being terminally ill, as being able to voluntarily, um, I suppose, use medical help in this country to end their life prematurely and quickly. The other one is the decriminalisation of abortion bill. So let's go into both of them just briefly in a little bit more detail. Let's start with the abortion bill because this one to me makes absolutely zero sense whatsoever. So at the moment in the UK, the limit for legal abortions is 24 weeks. If anyone knowingly and voluntarily has an abortion beyond the 24-week limit, then they can be prosecuted depending on the circumstances. Doesn't mean they will be prosecuted, but they can be prosecuted. In fact, in reality, in this country, I think it's 87% of all abortions take place before the 10-week mark, 93% before the 13-week mark. So only 7% of them even go beyond 13 weeks, and a tiny, tiny, tiny number go beyond 24 weeks. So why is it that the many people within the Labour Party are pushing to completely decriminalise it right up to the point of birth? Literally right to the point of birth, a day before the baby is born or at the point of birth, babies can be aborted. Now, you, I, and the vast majority of people would call that murder, but they want to decriminalise it. Why? The number of women getting prosecuted in this country for this happening is tiny, 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 tiny. So why would you seek to decriminalise it and push it from 24 weeks to 40 weeks? Our limit of 24 weeks is already significantly higher than it is in most other European countries. And as I've already said, 93% happen before 13 weeks anyway. So what's the reason for wanting to decriminalise it, given that this would only affect literally a handful of women every year? There must be a reason, there must be a motivation, there must be some sort of alternative reason for this. Why are they trying to do this? And then you've got the assisted dying bill, which on the face of it potentially offers a kindness to people that want to end their lives early. The issue with it is, will there be enough safeguards? Will there be enough medical and legal oversight of those decisions? Will there be enough oversight of the backgrounds to the people? Will they be able to make sure that people aren't being coerced into it? Will they be able to make sure that people aren't doing it just because they feel a bit of a burden on their families? Will they be able to ensure that people are not doing it for financial reasons, to enable them to pass on inheritances more quickly to kids that are struggling? There's all sorts of other reasons. When this was brought in Canada, the numbers started off very small. The numbers have grown and grown and grown and grown every single year, to the point now where they're offering it to 16-year-olds and offering it to people who have just got depression and homeless people, etc. So you have to ask the question, both of these bills are concerned with the same thing, death and ending life prematurely. One is ending the life of babies just at the point of birth, and one is ending the life, initially at least, of the elderly. What's the obsession with death? What's the obsession with making it easier for people to end their lives more quickly, or for mothers to end the lives of babies more quickly and more easily? Does that not strike you as weird? Both going through Parliament in the same week, both being voted on in the same week? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you think there's any particular reason behind it. They are dressing this up as personal freedoms and personal choice. But is it really? I have questions, lots of questions. What do you think?